Hey!
Hey!
Hello everyone, I'm Philly and I see I'm cutting off a little bit, so I'm going to raise my camera, do a little camera adjustment. Just a second here, Dad. I have a special guest today. So sorry about, oh my, see? There we go.
Better.
Much better, okay.
Better.
All right, there we go. I have a very special guest today. I have my dad, and he and my mom are visiting from Florida, and you're going to be making your famous Caesar salad. But it has been a little while.
It has been.
It has been a little while.
I forgot one of the ingredients.
So you kind of see where I get it from, because I know I sometimes am like, what am I doing? Where am I? What did I forget? So the apple doesn't fall far from the tree,
True,
right?
right?
Absolutely. So let's see who's jumping on. Barbara, oh, it's so nice to have you come on. She says hi.
Hello, Barbara.
And Barbara lives in New Jersey, so she's not far.
Oh, New Jersey, okay.
Absolutely. And DS and Papa Philly. Oh, thanks, DS. And DS is a New York City guy with his wife, Ruby.
New York City.
Wonderful.
Love that place.
Thank you for joining. So if you are joining us for the first time, first of all, thank you. And you are welcome to join us in the chat. But if you prefer to just watch from afar, that is absolutely fine. But today, we are going to make, and you're going to show me how to make your Caesar salad. Now, I've watched...
Greek salad, right?
It's the Greek salad. Oh, I thought it was the buffalo chicken salad.
Buffalo chicken, that's what it is.
No, it is a Caesar salad today. And he's going to talk about like how it all started and how he was inspired to make it. But first, we do need croutons. So we are going to be making some croutons. So I'm going to use my air fryer, because everyone knows I love using my air fryer when I can. So what I've done here is just cut up some French bread. I think French bread works well because of the texture. As a lot of you saw, I recently made a sourdough loaf, but I think that would have been a little tough for a crouton.
Right.
So I already pre-warmed my air fryer, and I'm just gonna spritz this with a bunch of olive oil to get it evenly coated, and then put salt and pepper. So, but you could of course add garlic powder, you know, Italian seasoning.
Right.
But my thought, and you tell me what you think, Dad, I was thinking kind of keep it simple because of the Caesar flavorings. We don't want to cover those up.
Right.
So I'm just going to toss this around. And then, you know, I'm going to put this at 360 for about 5 minutes at a time and just kind of see how it's doing. All right. There we go. So, Dad, how did you usually make croutons? I think you were saying you usually make croutons. Oh, Hubs is passing messages. I don't think that's allowed.
Okay. What's that?
I said Hubs was passing messages to you.
Yeah, I know. Love messages.
Was I doing something wrong?
No, he was just instructing me about legal matters.
Oh, okay. Okay. Keeping everything secure.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Right. So we don't get any lawsuits or anything like that.
Lawsuits or anything. Oh, wait. DS said something. Let's see. Oh, Alvin. Hey. So DS says, I see where you get your pretty from now. Absolutely. DS, you made my mom chuckle. I don't know if you can hear it, because we have... Absolutely. DS is super nice. He's
pretty funny.
He's giving you a compliment.
Yes, right.
All right. So let me get just some salt and pepper on this and get these in the air fryer.
Okay.
It's always a little noisy. So I've just sprayed them with olive oil. You could just drizzle olive oil, but I feel like the sprayer makes them a little bit more even. And I'm just going to toss. And then I'm just going to put them in the air fryer basket. You guys don't have an air fryer, right, Dad?
No. In the olden days, we sautéed in a pan.
Yes. And is that how you used to do yours?
Well, I don't think we ever did them, but
you never did
the people that taught us sautéed in a pan.
Okay. So I am breaking the rule, and I'm not going to have these all in one layer, but I'm going to be tossing and shaking, not shaking literally, because sometimes with air fryers, if you shake with the handle, sometimes it can cause it to become weak and break, but I'm going to be tending to these. You don't have to worry about these. I'll make sure to give these the full attention. I'm going to put them for 5 minutes at 360. But Dad, while I'm getting this in, maybe you can tell a little bit about how you came to making your very first Caesar.
Okay. Well, we flash back a few years.
Yeah?
Let's say about maybe 50. roughly 50 years,
Okay.
maybe 48. Anyways, about 1975 maybe. And we had these good friends of ours that were neighbors in New Jersey, for the New Jersey people.
Yep.
Uh, and uh, and we were together, and they were preparing the Caesar salad, and I was interested in it. And they showed me how to make it. And they were kind enough to show me all the ingredients, and I was drunk enough to remember it at that time. So
And I
that's
love
how
that.
it started. That's how it started.
That's great.
And we liked it so much that we would repeat it
Yeah.
throughout the years, and
You
it
became known.
a tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you became known as making a really good one.
Yeah, that's what they say. But I owe it all to those people who I can't mention right now.
Right. But, you know, they were good friends.
Yes,
So
good friends,
that's
yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So because you've made it ever since I can remember, but I was just thinking, what did you usually have? Like, did you usually have certain things with it? Do you remember like certain dishes you would make, or?
Mom probably could remember better, but probably onion soup would be
French
one of the
onion
things.
soup,
French
yep.
onion soup, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, typically that would be it.
And the other question I had was, do you find then, once you got this down perfected, did you find that when you would go to restaurants, you would be extra fussy with your Caesar salad then?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Highly critical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I am too.
We are very picky about our Caesar salad.
Yes, and I agree.
Yeah.
Because once you make it an authentic way, like the right way, so to speak, other ones pale in comparison. And some that are like passed off as Caesar, you're like, they're really not Caesar salads.
Right.
So that is awesome. Let's see what our chat is saying. So Barb doesn't has an air fryer either, thinking about getting one. And DS, now I told you DS would have good questions. So DS has a question for Papa Philly. He wondered, what was my favorite meal growing up? Do you know?
My favorite meal?
No, what was my favorite meal?
Perfect.
I think that was like a stump dump.
Okay, what was her favorite meal growing up?
I've got to think about that.
I know she liked, remember, we'd go to a restaurant and she'd like to order crab legs. But I don't
When
know
I
if
was
that
old,
her,
yeah.
her favorite meal.
It got to be at one point.
Mom, help me out. I can't remember what her favorite meal was.
Well, shrimp, I remember I was a big shrimp aficionado pretty early on. I think shrimp was
Okay.
one of the first seafoods I really, really loved. And what I'm doing right now is I'm just getting out some of our ingredients that we're going to be using today. So why don't you talk a little bit about the egg versus mayo? Because that was a big discussion that we had earlier today. So
Okay.
tell them why we were discussing the egg versus mayo.
We were discussing the egg versus mayo because my most recent memory is using mayo and not egg. Because egg goes back a long time ago when it
80s
was
maybe?
when we felt it was
90s.
safe to use egg, a raw egg. You use a raw egg in here. And then there was a time where that there was a high probability that you could get sick from the raw
Or
egg.
people were worried about it.
Worried about it, so you stopped having a raw egg.
Yeah.
And you had mayonnaise in place of the egg. And so my most recent memory is using mayonnaise.
Right.
So consequently, when Amy first asked me about it, all I remembered was mayonnaise, but Mom remembered the egg,
I remember the egg.
and so we have an egg today.
Yes. So tradition.
A raw egg.
A raw egg. So if you're not comfortable using egg, you can substitute mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise, right.
Just do you know about? Just put like
About a tablespoonful.
about a tablespoonful.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So all right. So you. By the way, I just want you to know, because this is his first time being on stream. Even though that air fryer sounds loud, with our microphones they hear us fine.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so you know that.
Yeah, and the other thing to point out is that we're making this in the salad bowl, where it's not like we're preparing it and measuring anything out
Yes.
specifically. This
Yes.
is all eyeballing stuff.
So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to, in fact, I'm going to move this closer because it'll show up on the screen better. You can see how we see it better. I'm going to be taking note and telling you about how much I'm noticing he's using. And then later I will edit the video description and write those amounts down just so people have kind of a ballpark figure if they're making this on their own, because that makes people feel uncomfortable when they don't have like precise measurements.
Yeah, well,
But one of the things you learn is that you also have to taste it, because if it tastes too lemony or it tastes too garlicky,
Yeah.
or you kind of can adjust things. So
Yeah.
tasting is important to do. We have a couple more things. Let's see here. And what's your favorite thing to eat? And DS also said you can also use pasteurized eggs, and the acid does kill any microcritters. So the acid of the lemon, right? But do you remember that, friends, when there was a period of time that everyone was like, don't eat cookie dough, don't eat, all these things. Everyone was worried about the salmonella, which is a thing, but is very rare. I've seen many cooks on TV say that the occurrences of those situations, there is a slight risk, but it also is very rare.
right.
So I'm going to go just shake these up, and why don't you get started with what the first step would be? And if you need anything, just let me know. Oh, and we can't forget Parmesan cheese, by the way. So Dad, when you do it, you like to have Parmesan shredded two different ways. So we have a fine shred, and we have a coarser shred there. It's with on the box grater, the one that's like little holes, not little holes. I'll get my box grater. Oh, I have it over there. I'll show you. But what's nice is this is good to put on top of the salads. This gets mixed within the salad and salad dressing. So, and I'm just going to show you what the box grater one is. I use my microplane, so we used this for the box grater, and I used my microplane for the fine. So, I'm sorry, Dad. You go ahead.
So we're going to start with garlic. So Amy, where's the garlic at?
The one thing I didn't get out yet.
We don't have the garlic.
I put it away. I don't know why I put it away. We bought some fresh stuff because mine was starting to grow sprouts. So there you go.
Okay.
Got the fresh bulb there.
So you want me to use the fresh stuff or this
Yes,
stuff?
please. I would definitely use the fresh stuff.
Okay.
And our croutons are coming along nicely. I'll show you all once they're done.
So, again, this is according to taste, but usually it's like one nice size.
Oh, let's get a new one. We're fine. We are good.
Okay, one nice size clove, and we need to get the stuff off. So
I'll get it off. How about I do that for
You're
you?
gonna get this
Yeah,
off?
because I have one of those little doohickeys. It's one of those that we can put in there. Just roll it.
What we want to do with the garlic is to mash it up. So you need one of these mashers,
There you go.
a mortar, and this is our pestle.
Yep.
And you got a knife? I can at least cut this a little bit.
Of course. A paring knife, Dad?
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, DS, I love the whole Papa Philly thing. I think that is a wonderful and endearing term. I think it's great. And by the way, Barbara said, she said she remembers the whole egg thing, and she says, yes, but I ignored it and lived. I know, right?
You use 2 cloves of garlic.
It was an awful big one.
Mom wants 2 cloves in there. We can use 2 cloves.
How about I get a smaller one, though? Because that was what I would call a very big clove of garlic.
That's pretty big, yeah. I really don't remember that, but again, I'm an old guy who has a bad memory, so.
Oh, but you make a fine salad. So the thing that he's using is, I don't know, I found that in some store, you had something similar, but it wasn't pointed. There you go, Dad. Do you remember your little mortar?
It's good to have a cocktail while you're doing this, but.
Would you like me to pour you anything?
No, that's okay.
So let's see. And DS says homemade is much better. Absolutely, absolutely. And it's funny because it has made everyone in your family that has had your salads very choosy about their Caesar salads.
Yeah.
And everyone, whoops, we lost that guy.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, we'll go someplace that has some decent ones. Do you remember any places that you've thought they made a pretty good Caesar salad?
No.
No.
You? I mean, I can't
Do
remember,
you?
right?
No. Mom's shaking her head. She's like, no. I'm trying to think. I feel like there was a place in New Jersey, Barbara, maybe you know about it, Steak 38, They do table-side Caesar, and
Oh, really?
they were pretty good.
Okay.
They weren't as good as yours, but they were pretty
So-
good.
So once you got it mashed, you kind of move it around so you permeate the wood with the,
Can I show them what you have so far? Just real
Yeah.
quick. So that's what it looks like so he's just mashed it up.
and
Go
I'm trying
ahead.
to spread the oil around so that it's around the wood
Flavoring.
flavoring, yeah.
Yep.
And then you get this nice aroma.
Yes.
So that's the first part. Then
Oh, that-
we add the anchovy. And on our Caesar salad, we mash the anchovy and becomes part of the dressing.
Yeah.
So you don't have these big chunks of anchovy that people object to. Matter
Yep.
of fact, anybody who says they don't like anchovies, you just tell them there's none in there and they won't know the difference.
Absolutely.
And maybe they'll
Let me
be
get
mad
that.
at you because you lied to them. But
They'll forgive you when they taste how good it is. You want a fork?
yeah.
Yeah, I'll get a fork. Let me get a little fork for you.
I think
go,
use a
Dad.
knife.
Make it easy. I'm going to check the croutons. I think they're done because they were close. Oh. And look, this was just 10 minutes at 360. They are done. They are crispy. They are, let me just taste one, make sure.
So the
Yum.
number of anchovy is, again, to kind of suit your taste. I'm putting in roughly 5 of, I guess they're in this pack, it's about half the pack.
Yeah.
It's a little, maybe over, about half, I guess.
Yep.
I gotta wipe my hand.
And then you can also use that. I'll just keep that there. And we'll
Okay.
get a new washcloth after dinner.
So anyways, we mash this up as well.
And that helps flavor too, right, Dad?
Yeah, that helps flavors.
Now, I know we've gone places that lay some anchovies over top, and now I can eat it that way, but there was a time I could only eat them if they were in the dressing, when I kind of didn't know about them.
Right.
That made it better for me. And so DS says, or Barb says, DS says any anchovies. Do you have
One
recommendations?
in oil.
In
that's
oil?
all. No,
Okay. All right.
no specific brand.
Okay. And then Barb says a cocktail never lets you down. That's true.
for sure.
And DS says Papa Philly is sneaky. And yes, and DS also says hello to Andy and Mama Philly. My mom giggled at that. This is wonderful. So what I'm wondering from y'all that are watching, first of all, do you make your own Caesar salad? Are there tricks of the trade you have? And also, is there a favorite place you like getting a Caesar salad that you feel does a pretty good one?
So next we have Grey Poupon.
Yes. The standard, right?
Yeah. Do you have any Grey Poupon?
Indeed, I do.
And you put in about a tablespoon.
Okay, so far we've had 2 garlic cloves. We've had 5
Eyeball.
5 anchovies, and I would say that's more like almost 2 tablespoons. Did you say 2 tablespoons?
1 tablespoon.
That's like 1. That's like 1.5.
Really?
Too much.
Yeah, that's okay.
I better take some of it out if she thinks it's too much.
Well, but can't you add other things to adjust
Yeah,
to that?
we can adjust.
Yeah.
Look too much?
Doesn't look too much to me. Then we squeeze some lemon in it.
Ooh, nice. And I'll get you a little cutting board. Here, Dad. There you go. And so when does the egg go in nearer the end?
Well, before the oil.
Before the oil, okay. And I was asking him if you wanted to use my citrus. Hey, babe.
I just wanted to say hi.
Yes, already
I'm
said
screwing
hello.
up the
Hey,
thing
man.
that says,
Oh, we did not plan this, by the way. We came out today to start the day and go to the store. Oh, because just by the way, so you know, because like what pairs well with a Caesar salad? Well, anything, French onion soup, but I'm doing a slow cooked salmon tonight. So that's in the oven. That should be finished about the time that our stream is done. So I'll be sure and show that to you, and I'll put a link below. It's not below currently, but I'll put a link below of the recipe that I kind of follow, and I'll tell you what I add to it. But it's nice, slow cooked in the oven, and a lovely little, almost like vinaigrette with shallots that you drizzle on with lots of herbs. So it's a delicious, delicious slow cooked salmon.
Then we have Worcestershire sauce,
Worcestershire.
and that's the ingredient I forgot about.
And I remembered shockingly.
And it's just a slugger.
Yeah, I
Or
would say
two.
you probably put like about a teaspoon in there.
Okay.
That would be my guess.
And got the mustard. I need the egg.
Mm-hmm. And these are from a local
Local egg.
egg. Yeah. I'll take that for you. Thank you.
And we'll mix all that up. What else do we have here?
So we
The
still
oil?
have cheese, salt and pepper, and oil.
Well, the cheese is at the end.
Okay.
Salt and pepper no salt, just pepper.
Oh, because the anchovies and the cheese are salty.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
So that's a good tip.
So you got to mix it up so that, you don't have to scramble the egg ahead of time. You just got to mix it up good in there.
Can I show them what it looks like so far?
Well, let me get it mixed a little bit.
Oh, I can do this. No, you're good. I just realized I have my new little trick that makes them all seasick. There we go.
Okay.
Get back that way. There you are. Sorry, friends, for any of the
There's
motion sickness.
You got a lump here.
Is that
Try
garlic?
not to have a lump.
Oh, I think it was maybe a lemon seed.
Was it a lemon seed?
I bet you it was a lemon seed.
Yeah. Well, you try to get rid of all the lumps and stuff like that as much as you can because
It's an embryo.
Mom said maybe it's an embryo. No, it was fine.
see, I'm not.
You can see the humor is in the
I'm,
family.
I'm not
especially the
supposed
dry
to
sense
say
of humor.
anything nasty in here, and now the comedy club is coming
Now
in.
the comedy club is coming in.
Comedy club is coming in.
So while you're continuing to mix, so you're just trying to make this a cohesive mixture at this point,
Cohesive
correct?
mixture.
Okay.
Yes.
So while you're doing that, I will say we did prepare the lettuce ahead of time. So, in case there's any newbies here that aren't as familiar, we cleaned the lettuce and we crisped it. And you're trying to get that on all the sides for flavor, right?
Yeah, I try to get on the sides to coat the sides for flavor.
You have to do oil next time.
He knows. He just and then I crisped the lettuce,
you.
and I learned this from my mom and dad. Is when we rinse the lettuce, then we wrap it up in towels and let it chill in the fridge, and then they get nice and crisp for when we're ready to make the salad. So we've got plenty of romaine.
Now we add the olive oil.
Mm-hmm.
Extra virgin olive oil
Yes.
is generally what we use. And you add a liberal amount.
Probably a half cup, maybe a little more.
Yeah, I'd say you don't want to make this too soggy.
Yep.
The salad bowl that Mom and I used would be a little bigger than this.
Yes, you had oh my gosh, that was a beautiful bowl. Friends, that was
was a nice
probably
bowl.
like that big and about that deep. It was just this wide, gorgeous
It was
bowl.
a great bowl.
And by the way, I was telling one of my friends during one of the streams, Lysandra, once you're to the point of tasting, it's best, did you know, taste with a piece of lettuce? That's a great way to taste it.
Yeah. Now see, we never tasted it, so that's something different.
That's something
but
different.
I understand that's what you should do.
Yeah,
You should taste
to
it.
test the seasonings, the balance of the salt, the acid, the fat, all that good stuff.
So I don't know if you want to show what that looks
Yeah,
like
let me
at
show
this
what that
point.
looks like. So you can see, friends. And I'm going to actually, let me coat it a little bit so you can see. This mixture.
Too much mustard?
That's why it's dark.
Oh, it also
No,
could be
it's
dark because the egg is a
anchovies.
darker egg.
I think it's anchovies. Too much
Oh, that tastes
anchovies.
pretty good.
No,
But
that you use that. You always use that much.
Okay.
you want to taste? It is good to taste,
Yeah, sure.
to see.
Give me a piece.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Needs Parmesan cheese.
Well, it definitely needs cheese. That's for sure.
Can I taste?
Uh-huh.
I think it tastes okay, huh?
I think it's good. I think it was just a quart. There you go, babe. Doesn't have cheese in it yet. Do you want pepper?
Yeah, it needs pepper.
No.
That's pretty good.
I think it's pretty good. I think
Can you
there's
just give me a spoon?
plenty of garlic. You know what I
Want a
mean? And
spoonful?
the garlic's just nice.
That's pretty good.
Just a spoonful of dressing, let the medicine go down.
Oh my gosh, Archie has joined us. Archie, welcome to the party. Yes, the professional has arrived on the scene. So I've told you about Archie from across the pond, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So come in.
It's late over there.
It is late over there. Yes, absolutely.
You know, one of our favorite pubs down in Melbourne is Archie's.
Oh, Arch, did you hear
Archie's,
that?
right?
Is
Right.
it an English pub?
English pub.
Wow.
We got fish and chips there.
Could you do me a favor and sometime take a picture of the outside with the sign and I can share that with my
Okay.
friend?
Okay.
And Archie says good evening.
Good evening.
And Matthew Whittington, thanks for joining the stream. And he says that he has some recipes right now, some pork lettuce salad, potato cashew nut salad, lamb salad. Oh my gosh, so many salads there, Matthew. Salmon melon rice salad, honey and spicy beef salad, and crab salad. Those all sound fabulous. And Archie says, I'm a nocturnal type. He wants you to know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right. So what's our next step then?
I'll come and say.
Well,
Oh, Mama's coming to say hi.
hello.
So this is Mama Philly and this is
Hello,
Papa
sweetheart.
Hello.
They are going to be celebrating 60 years married in August.
Yeah.
That is awesome. That is awesome. 60 years, friends. 60 years. And Diaz says, too cute.
Too cute.
And May, hey May. She's on the way out the door but had to come say hi. Welcome, May, and have fun tonight. And May says, that is awesome. That is great. And Matt Whittington wants to know if we have pubs in Philly. Yeah, we've got to have
Absolutely.
pubs in Philly. The Dandelion's kind of like an English pub too, right?
McGillen's is one of the oldest pubs in America.
So McGillen's, I'm going to say it in case you can hear it, McGillen's Pub is one of the oldest pubs in America, you know. So, and so Hubs has started the snacking, by the way, got the chips out.
Oh, yeah.
So now Pop is trying the chips dipped in the Caesar dressing. So we've kind of gone off rails, so apologize, friends. But you know that he would be the troublemaker that would start it off, not him.
It's
him.
a pretty good chip dip, too.
It is a good chip dip. So, okay, so we've gotten all of the ingredients in except for the cheese and the lettuce. So when does the cheese go in?
At the end. After the
So
lettuce.
after lettuce. So want me to get the lettuce out?
Yes, please.
All right, so I'm gonna leave that in case you need to dab your hands. Here's the first one, and I'm gonna save this bag for later. So when you're done with that bag, just give it to me and I'll put it here. Oh, pepper first? You put pepper, that's right.
I put pepper in.
Yep.
Really. So we can start with this lettuce?
Yep, and I've got 2 other batches, so we got plenty of
Yeah,
lettuce.
we
So
need a lot of lettuce for all this dressing.
We do. And the tongs
So-
are here when you're ready.
So,
Yes, tell us what you do.
for instance, Mom and I don't like this size lettuce. We don't like a lot of the dark green, but if we have commingle the dark green stuff with some
Yeah.
of this beautiful stuff that's a little whiter,
The ones closer in.
stuff closer in, like this one is excellent. And so you commingle both of them.
Nice show. That's the excellent. This one has a little bit of the dark because I cut some of the dark off.
Yeah, okay.
So any you don't
So-
want to use, we've got plenty of lettuce. Use your
Yeah.
favorites
So
first.
we just, okay, we kind of mix both of them blended together. Just, you want to have the majority of it be really nice
the
lettuce.
tender.
Our pet peeve when we go to a restaurant and it's all the dark green lettuce because it's not crispy
Mm-hmm.
and it just takes away
And sometimes it's bitter, to be
a
honest.
little bitter too, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and now I'm going to do this the way I used to do it, but I'll say that today I just love chopped salads.
Yeah, well, that kind of was a new
Finely
thing.
chopped lettuce, I actually prefer over this. But anyways, we'll do it this way because that's how we used to do it.
And I will
And we
say,
just
when I'm
rip
in a
it like
pinch,
this.
I even just cut it, just
Okay.
because it's quicker and easier. But this is the way I always knew you to do it, was to
Right.
by hand.
Yeah, so we just break it up into bite-sized pieces. try to do it fast. So
You're
that,
fine. I can help too. And California Pizza Kitchen, was that the one that kind of brought the chopped salad
yeah, I
to the
think
forefront?
that's where we really fell in love with chopped salads there. And though for those of you who are not familiar with California Pizza Kitchen, the misnomer is the pizza kitchen bit because while they make pizza, they really make outstanding salads, a variety of different salads. They're all chopped salads, and they also, have a lot of entrees and stuff like that. So they're far more than a pizza shop. And it's a chain. It's a national chain.
I
would
had a
call
pasta
it-
there once that was pretty good too.
what?
A pasta there once.
A pasta, yeah. And like for instance, one time I had grilled salmon there. It was great. So that's a wide-ranging. Anyway,
That's good
so
to know the grilled salmon was good.
yeah, it is. It's really a nice place if there's one in your vicinity.
Yeah.
For those in New Jersey, well, the only one I know about is in by Philadelphia there. Where
Yeah, there isn't one in Jersey that
At
I'm
the
aware of
mall.
unless it's North Jersey. Cherry Hill doesn't have.
No,
Oh,
not
they
Cherry
do.
Hill.
They did have one. They used to
did they?
have one.
Oh, really?
I think it closed. California Pizza Kitchen.
What's the one out by Nancy's? What's
Oh,
the-
King of Prussia.
King of Prussia.
Yeah.
Okay, King of Prussia. Cherry Hill has one?
Cherry Hill closed. Yeah. No, just some of the restaurants closed. So now I'm going to pick ones that seem to look a little better, but remember, you can also just use
Okay.
the bottom part.
And I think we're getting to a point of capacity here too. So
Okay.
I'd say maybe a couple more and then let's
Okay.
toss.
Let's toss.
But
Even with
the
the
other
dressing?
the other thing that's good at California Pizza Kitchen are they have great soups. So a
Oh,
soup
I
and
don't think I knew
salad-
that.
Soup and salad is terrific. Yeah, that's so good. Okay, so now we toss.
By the way, Barb says happy 60th. And
Thank you.
Archie said you'd both be made a sir and a dame. And then
A sir and a dame, huh?
Yes, and May said, I'm excited to see your dad's dressing. And May then had to leave, said, ciao, I'll be circling back, aiming to see your dad's finished salad. Happy weekend to you all. And, and then Archie says, don't overdo it and let the family down.
We both be named Sir and a Dame. Why?
A dame. A dame.
Because what?
Like Dame,
Dame,
the actress I
the
love.
actress.
Yeah.
Judy
Andy-
Dench.
Yeah,
Dame
Dame, but
Judi
isn't
Dench.
the actress that I also love Dame Helen Mirren?
Helen
Isn't
Mirren,
Helen
yeah,
Mirren
she's a dame,
Yeah.
yes.
Because she was married 60 years?
Well, she might have got it for another reason. It's an honor.
And then we had some friends, remember the friends that was from England? From England, that his name was Victor. So
I
he
need
was,
more lettuce, by the way, because of the salad lettuce ratio.
well, let's get it mixed good.
Okay.
But you're right,
You put
right,
it all in at once, Alan.
okay. Mom said, what, put it all in at once.
It's all good.
That's sort of like a gambling term. All
Putting
in,
all your bets down, right?
all in.
All in.
I think what we did was make too much dressing
Dressing,
for
yeah.
the size of the salad bowl.
No kidding.
But that's because I'm used to a bigger salad bowl.
These are so big bowl. We need a
And
bigger
so-
boat.
I had a slow hand when I should have had a fast hand.
No, we're good. It's all good. It's going to be delicious. I'm
So-
going to do just one more, and I think we'll be good
So
then.
from an eyeball standpoint, my eyeball was messed up.
Your eyeball is just fine. We are all good. And that taste that we had was delicious, so
Yeah.
it's going to be very yummy, especially with the salmon. So
It goes-
Archie says, Sir is a knighthood, and Dame is a female knighthood. Thank you, Archie.
Yeah.
And DS says, Philly and Archie, have you ever seen the foodie movie 100-Foot Journey? No, I haven't. I have not seen
So-
that. And DS says it's his favorite foodie movie. And, okay, and then Archie was asking some questions about that movie. This smells so good. I cannot even tell you how good this
Okay,
smells.
so I think we're ready to start putting
And
in
cheese?
the finely grated
Is it
Parmesan
cheese time?
Is it Parmesan? It is Parmesan.
Yes.
Parmesan, yeah.
Want me to
And you want a
sprinkle?
lot of it, yeah. I think this is,
Do you want to toss and then put more? How do you do
No,
that?
just all in.
All in? Okay.
yeah.
We should have your sous chef up here.
Yeah,
Papa.
yeah, well, you know, she seemed to want to just speak from the sidelines.
So,
She's our coach.
by the way, we do call this Papa Caesar salad because once we had children, he is known as Papa in the family. So I always
And
called
you
him.
taught them how to make it,
Yes,
the girls.
the girls.
That's right.
But they don't do it as well.
Did they try?
I've tried.
Yeah? No, Amy's
No,
is
I
good.
mean definitely.
Well, they don't now because of they're vegetarian and vegan, so they can't eat even the one with the has the anchovies.
So maybe we didn't grate enough cheese, right?
I can do more cheese. Remember, I said that
I
that
think
would
we
not
should
be a
grate
problem.
Yeah, Mom said we didn't have enough cheese.
But there is, oh,
We're good. We got plenty.
I
of
like to
cheese.
have a lot of cheese coat the leaves.
We're not worrying about
To me,
calories
that's the
today.
classic,
Yep,
to have plenty of cheese on the leaves.
don't grate your hand.
I won't
So
grate
you're
my
eating
hand.
cheese.
So you feel like you're eating cheese and you don't taste the lettuce.
It's
Okay.
good.
Anyhow,
What's that?
that's plenty.
Okay, uh-oh. I just did it over. Let's take off some of the cheese.
No, we're not taking off the cheese. It's all good. And tell me when you want the croutons too, because it's good for the croutons to absorb.
Oh,
the
that's true.
Dressing.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
That'll
it could
help
be
absorb the
anytime.
dressing too. Let me do them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. let's
But
suck
tell
up
me how
the
many.
dress.
Okay, listen to that. Those crunchy croutons, so easy. We kept them simple because we wanted them to absorb the flavor. So you tell me when.
Oh, good.
I think that's enough, don't
Okay.
you?
There we go.
Oh, really good.
It's a family affair. Oh, it's good.
So we let the croutons absorb some of the dressing. And this adds a nice crunch to the
my
salad.
goodness.
So you want to put some on a plate?
No, explain
so-
about the plate, Papa,
Well, the plate's got to be ice cold.
if at all possible.
And the lettuce has to be ice cold and chilled. You know, the colder and crisper, the better. So that's really, really important. And I think we're about ready here.
Okay.
So
So
what do you wanna do?
what we're going to do is we are going to sample this. One second. We're going to sample
want-
the salad, and because this is what our meal is going to be. And how much longer in the salmon does it say?
20 minutes.
No, it's
20?
3 minutes.
3 minutes. Yeah.
Three.
So what I want to do is we can. Oh, this is so cold. Sample this, and then but we'll be putting it on plates with our salmon on regular plates. So we want to put just a little bit. You don't have to go crazy.
That's good.
Perfect. That's good.
Okay?
Maybe just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit. Yep. Perfect. Beautiful. And then what you would do? Let me show y'all. Gorgeous. And then what you would do is you would sprinkle some of this coarser grated on top. And if you want to add a little bit more pepper, you can add a little more pepper. And this is super chili. So I'm
Does it
going to
taste
actually
okay?
move this.
That looks
It
like a nice
tastes
piece right
phenomenal.
there. That light piece.
I'm going to put this here a second so we can.
Well done.
Can I-
And we're
can I
going to get some
taste?
forks. Yep. And get some forks for everybody.
Well done.
Yeah, first of all, let's give Papa a hand. Well done. And so Archie, by the way, says his hub's behaving himself on the gin front, considering the in-laws are on the scene.
So Archie, fair, good question, but his favorite drink
It's gin.
is gin.
Gin.
Yes. he's
Yes.
a gin
Gin
guy.
martini.
Archie's a gin guy.
Oh, good.
And Archie, so Archie said the movie is with Helen Mirren, 100-Foot Journey. It's a must-watch. You all will thank me. Oh, definitely. And he says it's about curry, I think. And they loved it. And Barb says beautiful. So let's get a taste.
So I would be interested in knowing Archie's favorite gin.
Let's go.
Oh, Archie, what's your favorite? No, but here's a fork. We all have forks. What's your favorite gin, Archie?
Were you all tasting this?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I want to get a crouton.
You two go first.
You go.
Nope.
No.
The perfect bite, right?
Let's go.
Mom?
The perfect bite. So I got some crouton.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oops. I didn't get a crouton.
be kind.
Dad, that is phenomenal. That is awesome.
Nice crunch.
Oh, are you okay? Great crunch. And
Gotta have crunch.
I think it's really balanced.
It's pretty balanced.
I
yeah.
think got the garlic, the lemon, the mustard, everything working together.
That's
Too
a
much
good one.
mustard.
That's a good
I
one.
don't think it's too much mustard personally, but
Mom says too much mustard.
I think it's a good one. I like it.
that is going to be fabulous with the salmon. Absolutely fabulous.
I'm gonna feel that garlic.
Too much Grey Poupon.
Too much Grey Poupon. Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Well, this is awesome. I've been wanting to do this with you, so
Very
I'm
good.
so glad you did it. And by the way, friends, I will tell you, we won't be having another stream in July. I'm dropping a video next weekend on Saturday in the morning with the results of trying some of the TikTok food trends. So that will be Saturday morning. It's all set to go. And I'll be also, by the 1st, I'll be dropping my schedule for August. So yeah, I can't believe we're already looking at the end of July. It seems totally crazy. And those of you that follow me on Twitter, by the way, if you're not following me on Twitter, please make sure you do. I'm on Instagram also now. So you can see my goings on that go beyond the streams. I post food, I post places that we're visiting and recommending, and we will be at a new lake house of
Yeah.
the other sister. And so we're going to be all enjoying some R&R time together,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
So what I'm going to do right now is I want to show you the salmon that we're going to have with this. And again, I will post this recipe. Oh, I'm sorry, Deb. First of all, you make a little
Get out of the way.
herby vinaigrette with it. See all those herbs? It's basil, parsley, chives with some shallot, white balsamic vinegar, and salt, pepper, and extra virgin olive oil. And then you slow roast your salmon at 225 for about 50 minutes. And then it comes out like this. And it'll be absolutely buttery. Now you'll notice that there is some white that leaches out of the salmon. So when you present it, you just scrape that off. That's the fats from inside. Just for presentation, it can't hurt you, but it just looks prettier. I put lemons on it. In the recipe, they just do salt and pepper and olive oil. So I also add lemons. Would you close that? So that's going to be our dinner tonight. But Dad, I am so proud of you for coming on stream.
And I'm proud of you, Amy.
Thank you. Oh, get a hug. Yay.
Thanks.
I love it. I love it. But no, thank you for coming on stream. I really
you're
do
welcome.
appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. It was
I wanted
fun.
to have this special recipe of yours immortalized because, like, why is she laughing at that? I think
And
I wanted the bread
I think
recipe
Mom's
immortalized.
proud of me that I didn't use any cuss words.
We're all proud of you that you didn't use cuss words today or sing any fraternity songs. So,
No
so
limericks.
that's no limericks.
I could give you a limerick.
No limericks. No limericks. I'm sure Archie would love to hear the limerick, but we're not going to do any limericks today. So you're getting kudos from the chat. And thank you all for coming on. And thank you for making my dad feel welcome. And
Thank you.
I hope you all have a great weekend. Tomorrow is Saturday.
Nice meeting all of you.
Absolutely. So until we eat again, farewell, friends,
Farewell.
and happy eating.
Happy eating.
Absolutely.